I'm not going to go home. I got nothing else to eat. I don't have any food at home. I've gotten bored of eating the same
You
shit. So
fucking Nazi.
see,
You get on the
yeah,
floor and eat that
they turn
steak.
it around. They turn it around and go, "How dare you expect a well-cooked steak? What the fuck? We made this. We made this piece of dilapidated beef for you. We brought it to you. Even though you don't like it, a big portion of our restaurant tours and fans love it. So why don't you just learn to eat it, you entitled fuck?" And that's what it is, and it just repeats forever.
That's retarded, Kai. You know what those people expect. Blizzard makes good PC games, and some of them they port to other like consoles or handhelds, like Hearthstone, or if it's Overwatch, it gets on consoles. I don't know if Warcraft has a console port, Warcraft 3, but point is, these people have come to expect AAA shit on at least a console and at best PC, and you're coming at them with an iOS game. It's like if these people went to a car convention and you're demonstrating a tricycle for toddlers. You're saying, "What?
Yeah.
You have legs, don't you? Just get on and drive it."
I mean, you also got to remember it's coming from a franchise that's near exclusively PC and has a very established what kind of games they are.
And a very passionate audience.
Yeah, it's like if you came out and said, "We finally, after billions of years, made Chess 2, everybody, the sequel to Chess." And it's like a fit the square peg and the square hole game with different colors, and that's it.
Charlie.
I still really like the why you guys have phones thing. It's the most non-argument shit ever. It's like,
It's such
I read a great quote. It's
douchebag thing to say.
Yeah, it's so arrogant.
It really is.
Yeah.
A quote that really summed that up nicely, though, is we all have assholes as well, but that doesn't mean we all want anal.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
It's such a non-goddamn argument. Ugh.
So fucking great.
But
Such a fucking robot.
But look, even though that argument sucks real hard, I can make a better argument for something. Would you guys like to hear it?
Sure.
All right, so here's my argument. I believe that Lisa is one of the most comfortable mattresses I have ever slept on in my life. Do you guys agree or disagree?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Well, that's because Lisa is an online mattress retailer that sells you a mattress with over 12,000 five-star reviews and more than 300,000 happy sleepers. The much-loved Lisa mattress is even better now with improved pressure relief for all sleepers, enhanced cooling on the top layer, new responsiveness with as the industry standards adapt for an even better night's sleep. Dead arm sensations are now gone for you side sleepers out there. This mattress is high tech now. I'm impressed. And it also contours to every curve of your body so you can feel like you're floating on air. So if you want to have a mattress that'll make you wake up and go, "Oh, I was having a bad day because Diablo is just sinking down the toilet, but I don't feel bad about it because I had an amazing night's sleep." You can order your Lisa mattress at Jackson. Tell them the URL.
Lisa.com/official with promo code official. You can try it risk-free for 100 nights. It ships direct to your door in a convenient box with free shipping and free returns.
That's Lisa, LEESA.com/official. You can get up to $150 off the regular mattress or $225 off the luxury mattress with free shipping. LEESA.com/official. I'm so upset that so many franchises are just going down the fucking shitter. Like the Diablo and then the new Pokemon Let's Go being made for literal 4-year-olds. And God, I hate that as I grow older, there's more of a...
I didn't know there was an adult audience for Pokemon.
Well, Pokemon's an all-ages franchise. It always has been.
Come on, and okay, now you're sounding like, I hate how
Look.
they made the new Dora the Explorer game for kids.
Okay, look.
My Little
look.
Pony got way too childish for my taste.
Do you guys not know about this then? Do you guys not know about this?
What, the
No,
underground?
the mechanics.
So the new Pokemon Let's Go games make it impossible for you to fail. So you remember how back in the old days of
Because it's for
Pokemon you'd
kids.
get to No. Listen, you know how back in the old days of the original Pokemon you'd get to Brock's gym and you pick Charmander because you have good taste.
Yes,
And
we
you-
read the strategy guide.
Yeah, the story. And you'd walk up and he'd be all like, "Hi, I'm Brock. I'm here to fuck your ass," because you pick Charmander and he's got all rock types and you can't do dick until your Charmander's super high leveled or you catch some other Pokemon. You figure out how to beat him because the rock types get fucked by Brock, and Brock just fucks you real good. In the new Pokemon Let's Go, the ones coming out for the Switch soon, which are remakes of the originals, when you get to the gym, there's a nice little man in the front, and he goes, "Hi, this is Brock's gym. Uh-oh, your team doesn't look like it'll be very good against Brock. Why don't you go catch some Pokemon that are effective against Brock first? Then I'll let you fight him." Literally, the game does not let you progress until you just get the easy mode.
That's
Well,
true.
I imagine that may be part of the tutorial.
No, it's part of the game.
Well, the tutorial is also part of the game. Have you confirmed, like, the last boss, the final 4, it says your party is too underleveled to take them on, please go back?
No, but
Or is it just with Brock?
But it's supposed to be a remake of the original game. Why would they add these obligatory tutorials?
It's easier, but can you still fail in a fight?
I mean,
Like
probably.
if you
I should
take
hope so.
your yeah. So I don't know.
Or else it's not a
just-
game.
I
is it?
Doesn't say-
I feel like they're just adding unnecessary overhead. And even then, the animations look fucking atrocious. It's a fully 3D modeled Pokemon game where half the
my
attacks
God,
are the
you're
model
so
just
fucking
jumps.
entitled, Andrew.
I know, I'm an entitled, misunderstood gamer. Ugh. Yeah, God forbid that
Depression.
I want to comment on a series, because no, I have a phone, I have a Switch, I have a Nintendo Switch, I just should buy this game, launch, not say anything. What other series
guys-
have been fucked up lately?
What other series have been fucked up?
Like run into the ground or shitty ideas. Wasn't the new Assassin's Creed really bad?
No, it was really good.
Oh,
Says
Yeah,
the guy who
average,
played
average,
180
average.
hours of it.
yeah.
I enjoyed it. I
I
think it was
can't-
better than the old Assassin's Creed games.
I'm going to agree with that as well. I can't really think of any series that are progressively just getting worse and worse besides Command and Conquer
Oh,
and Diablo.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good one. That's a fucking
Yeah.
good
Command
one.
and Conquer's a good example too. Everything
Mhm.
Blizzard is just dying.
Well, I mean,
Wait,
Command and Conquer
Conquer's
isn't.
Blizzard?
No, that's
It's
EA.
not? Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
It's
it's
EA.
EA.
You're right. I misunderstood. Yeah. Bleh. What's the other EA that just came out not too long ago?
Oh, Star Wars is another. You know, I got the best dying franchise for you. Star Wars in every realm of
Yeah,
media.
that's it.
Yeah.
The movies are bombing. The shows are getting fucking who knows.
I don't know about bombing. They're still making
They're
quite
ju-
a bit of money.
They're just really bad.
Yeah, they're terrible movies.
Your statement should have been that movies are getting so incredibly bad that it insults the general human
No,
intelligence.
you said Solo was pretty good.
Yeah, that's not a Star Wars movie, though. I
Yeah,
would
but
never
everyone-
consider that a Star Wars movie.
Jackson,
That's
you gotta,
cheating.
Jackson, you gotta remember the general audience is
fuck?
always fucking backwards. Solo bombed to all hell, and yet it was a
Yeah.
respected
Stop saying
movie.
bombed. It still made so much money. It made
No,
way
no,
over
no, no,
its
no.
budget.
He's right though. It compared to like every other Star Wars figure, that shot well below everything
Yeah.
Disney expected from it.
And then The Last Jedi, which was a fucking turd fire, made gangbusters, even though people admitted that they hated it.
So I assume that there's not gonna be a Solo 2 or a duo or whatever they would call the sequel.
No.
I don't think so.
did you
Those
see
are the
the,
Unfortunately,
standalone movies anyway.
Who's
Those
the
are gonna be a
woman
sequel.
who's running a bunch of Star Wars creative now? Do you know her name? Did you see that she put out a statement saying that fans will be sorry for not respecting
Kathleen Kennedy?
oh,
Kathleen
yeah,
Kennedy? She put out a statement saying
Yeah.
you guys will be sorry for not respecting The Last Jedi and Solo.
Yeah, she was like
does that
threatening, like
mean?
holding it hostage.
Yeah, like
What does
if,
that
if you
mean?
thought I fucked up your series before, wait till you see what I do now.
I'm throwing Gundams in this time.
Turns out there was a sub-series where Solo and Jar Jar Binks were friends before the other movies. Here it
I
comes.
guess movies is
and then they time
another
traveled.
good industry example for when it sucks, it's the viewer's fault. If you're bad at making a movie, it's somehow
Everything-
the guy who bought
any
the ticket.
creative medium.
Every
It's on me.
creative medium these days is like, oh, it's not bad. It's just you, the fans, who are bad for not liking it. There's no responsibility
Comedy
anymore in
too,
creative
actually.
outputs.
Right? Oh, you didn't
Everything.
laugh? Well,
Anything-
this is post-comedy. You're just a
Everything.
Philistine. You don't understand.
any creative medium, like Andrew
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
has that problem.
It keeps
Jesus, I'm starting to
happening now
notice a
where it's-
pattern here. In art,
where it's
too.
whole-
Oh, you don't like that? Well, it's modern art, actually. No, it's not
Oh
just
my
an
God.
ass
Oh,
smear.
Jesus Christ.
I get that in the moist meter more times than I can count. You just didn't understand the game or the movie to not give it 100.
Yeah.
People are
It's
so
over your head.
fucking dumb. People become
Yeah.
literal monkeys banging fucking rocks over their heads when they have to realize that other people can have opinions that differentiate from you liking it. It's the fucking worst. It's like just because someone doesn't like a movie doesn't mean that they didn't get it. It doesn't mean that it's not
Hey, well, to
objectively
be fair,
good.
you guys say that about me liking Star Wars.
Shut up, Jackson. But
Yeah.
anyway,
You don't
it's
even-
like
Do you even like Star Wars anymore?
I like the previous.
Just as loyalty speaking.
you like the world of Star Wars. You don't like what they're doing with it now.
Not really, no.
And I understand that and respect that. But it's just because you don't like something, it doesn't mean that you don't. People always make this assumption you have to connect with things to properly judge them. Like, oh, you didn't get it, or you didn't get engrossed in it, or it's not made to appeal to you. It's like, no, you can be objective. You can have opinions on shit. It
No,
doesn't matter.
you're ignorant.
No, look, just because I didn't buy every fucking Blu-ray of Solo, and just because I don't have a big life-size Chewbacca standing in my corner, doesn't mean that I can't judge the
Jackson
Star
bought
Wars
every
movies.
copy so they fund the second one.
I mean,
Yeah, right.
I own a life-size Watto, so I am perpetually allowed to criticize Star Wars as hard as possible.
It's also true.
Yeah,
Kathleen's
like
coming
John
for you.
Wick.
she's gonna send the assassins to me.
One more word out of your mouth and we get Watto the New Adventures. Just you watch.
Don't push her too far; she'll set it in the Red Dead 2 universe next, the new Star Wars.
That'd be kind of cool, like a Western Star Wars movie. I'd be
It
down
is
for
like
that.
Star Wars.
Star Wars is supposed to be Western inspired.
Yeah, but
At least
if
the
you go
old-
full on, in
Full on,
that,
you mean like
Well,
the
at least the old
revolvers
ones.
against Vader? What do you want?
well, they do
He's
have
gonna
space
lasso-
revolvers in Star
Yeah,
Wars,
they do.
but like a revenge story on like a
Horseback
desert
chase
planet.
against
Well,
Vader.
There's been enough desert planets. Never mind.
Yeah, we're gonna catch
Star
us
Wars
a
movies-
Sith Lord.
The old Star Wars movies had a ton of inspiration from old school westerns. A shitload
I didn't
of
mean
it.
inspiration. Jesus, I meant they like take it back in time to the
Of
Western
Star
years,
Wars.
like cowboys and aliens.
Like
Yeah.
1895, where Luke has to run the trail to find a nice
He gets
patch of land.
polio.
I was imagining like Carmen San Diego, where they go like the Civil War next,
Oh,
you know,
right, yeah.
shit like that.
Anakin Skywalker in a saloon, drinking some good old ale. You boys ever get called autistic by your siblings? Switch it up a little. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about this. I
Where
usually
did that
don't
come
share
from?
things from my
Yeah.
private life, but since my sister doesn't speak English, and this is vague enough, it's fine. I have a nephew, and so I was gonna grab lunch with my brother-in-law, who's a really cool guy, really super nice guy, and he told me my sister was gonna join, which I didn't like. But okay, we meet up at this Asian place, and I hate Asian, so I just had duck, whatever, something. And we sit down and they have this, I'm just trying to eat my meal and I'm trying to converse with him, trying to ignore her. And they start into this routine of a heartfelt, we're coming clean with you kind of a conversation where I'm getting uncomfortable. And they tell me that their 3 or 4-year-old kid just got diagnosed with autism and whatever that other thing is that always goes hand in hand with autism. I think it's Asperger's. So he just got
yeah.
diagnosed with that, and they're looking at me like, we wanted to tell you, we wanted you to know, as if I give a shit. So I go, okay, that's not really a big deal. He asks me, well, we were able to tell before, yada yada. They kind of have a difficult time with him. He asks me if I was able to tell before he got diagnosed. And I say no, because, I don't know any other kids. I have no frame of reference. I just thought he was a little spoiled shithead. I don't know.
I don't know any other kids.
No, I thought this is what kids are. Just rude, annoying, loud. So
You didn't meet any of his friends beforehand. You don't run with his
he's a
gang.
normal kid. He's just a loud, annoying kid, right? He's a boy. He has energy. He doesn't listen. He just runs around and screams. What the fuck do you want? But yeah, so she's already like lowering her expectations, but she's kind of sort of they're good people, and so you can tell they're a little scared of being judged for this. So she's like going, I told her okay, well, it's not a big deal. Just don't tell mom. She goes, this isn't something to be ashamed of, Kaya. And I tell her, that's not what I said. I know it's not something to be ashamed of, but our mom, she's gonna give you all kinds of unsolicited advice. You're never gonna hear the end of it. Just don't tell her. She's not gonna notice the difference. Come on. And then I just told them to get him a pet and not lower their expectations all too much. But at the end of it, she goes into this description of how when I was little, I was just like him. And apparently I remind her of him, and that my uncles would say the same things about me. So I guess, even though I'm not diagnosed, a lot of people think that in my childhood I displayed a lot of autism.
That everything makes sense now.
See, that's one of the things that I would.
That's why you can't
That's one of the
understand
things
Star
I wouldn't
Wars.
contest. Like, of all the things that could come up in a conversation, if you call me an autistic aspie, I'd go, yeah, probably. That would explain a lot.
Could be. You're a high-functioning autistic, though.
What do you mean high functioning? He functions off alcohol now.
That's what I mean.
His single moments of clarity are to get himself another drink.
Yeah, when the alcohol wears off, it's like he's a werewolf coming off. And then his Asperger's takes over.
Kaya's either drunk or autistic at all times.
That would be awesome. It's like, I can drink
What a hard
and
life.
be Rain Man.
That's great.
Fuck.
That was fun to
That's
hear.
fantastic.
Do you think you're autistic, though? Like, deep
Deep
down, do you
down.
think you're autistic?
No.
Yeah,
how
deep
can we
down in your autistic soul.
How can we trust
Yeah.
him? He's autistic.
How would I know? I'm an aspie.
Well, why don't you go get
I
it
don't know.
checked
How the
out?
hell would you check it out?
That could be something fun for an episode. We all do an
I had that
autism
idea,
test.
Actually, we should
Ooh,
all do an
I'd like
autism
that.
test, sperm count, testosterone test, just like those losers at BuzzFeed, except
Get all
Yeah,
of our
yeah.
stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And then we could have Madden NFL pre-stat card. So if you select us as a team, you get all of our sperm count data
I like
and
that.
everything,
Wait, what do you
And
mean?
then,
What? I don't want
like an overall score.
I don't like that.
But yeah, that's a story. I told him,
I like that
you
idea.
can't lower your expectations just because some trigger-happy psychiatrist douchebag told you your kid was retarded. They tell that everyone. Everybody has ADHD these days, don't they? Come on. And even if you really did have autism, Asperger's, or whatever the hell fancy shit you want to throw at him to have a unique child and be special, so what? Look at like half the rich people on this planet. Look at fucking Elon Musk, who can't get through an interview without looking retarded, but he's smart despite all the criticisms some of us have, and he's rich. What do you want? Why lower your expectations? Let's get him a goddamn dog. He'll be fine.
It was
Thank
quite
you.
motivational.
Now let's talk
Yeah.
about
It was
how
motivational.
YouTube steals money from cancerous children. Have you guys heard about this?
Well,
Wait.
Look, we can't talk about having money stolen unless we talk about having money saved.
All right.
Okay? So if you're going to save money, one of the best ways that you can do it is honey. Charlie, can you please ask me what is honey?
What is Honey, Andrew?
Honey is a free browser extension available on Chrome, Firefox, and Safari, literally the three browsers that matter, that effortlessly saves you time and money when you shop online at over 30,000 stores. Jackson, you literally told us a couple days ago you bought something with Honey. What was it?
Oh, I did. What did I buy? I bought a shelving unit and I saved $17 using Honey.
There you go.
And it's really good with Amazon, actually. Pretty much everything on Amazon can be discounted using Honey, so I recommend that.
Boys, I've been venturing out in the wild lately. I've been scoping out people and friends, and I noticed that some of our products that we advertise on the show get pushed around a bit. But I have to this day met two different friends of mine who use Honey in the real world before even knowing that they were a sponsor of ours. And I looked over and I went, that's a fantastic free program you got there. And they went, yeah, saves me money on a whole bunch of online retailers for doing absolutely
Where can I get
nothing.
it?
Oh God, you can get this free program, which is free. I still don't know why literally every listener doesn't use it. At joinhoney.com/official. That's 2 words, joinhoney.com/official. Honey is the easiest way to save money while shopping online. If I could, I real quick want to read this part of their mission statement. Each of us holds a multitude of possibilities. Together, that multitude is near infinite. So if you want a multitude of possibilities of savings, go to joinhoney.com/official.
Awesome.
All right, so now let's talk about children dying of cancer because YouTube
Yeah,
fucking
have you guys
sucks.
heard of this?
I
saw
read
your
about it because you tweeted it.
Yeah, I saw your tweet.
because
That's about
again,
it.
it's one of those things I don't partake in, but then I hear about it and I get triggered into using Twitter. I vein pops and something I fucking rage. So apparently, my
The
autism takes over. The blood alcohol level drops, it plummets, and I just go, no, this injustice will not stand.
Sobers you up.
I turn into that angel from the Diablo 3 cutscene where he goes like, if this is how it's going to be, then I'm not your brother, and I rip off my angel wings, and I go down into the realm of the mortals to get down and dirty and rant on Twitter and be a badass. So no. Yeah, I'm a
What
hero.
a hero. Thank God.
What a big lead-in.
So you guys know that since the super chat thing started, YouTube is supposed to, if they don't like what you say in a super chat, they can take the money away and give it to a charity. So apparently there's this late night YouTube show stream, which is apparently gigantic, like the biggest one, called the Kill Stream. And they have all sorts of guests run by a guy called Ethan Ralph, but apparently all of his guests are, kind of problematic. So the past week...
Wait. Ethan Ralph, you said?
Yeah, Ethan.
Is that Ralph Retort?
Yeah, Ralph Retort.
Yeah. Okay.
So he has this kill stream show thing where he always says, it's like Maury Povich or something, I think. But, all of his guests are Nazis, in quotes. So in the past week, Dick Masterson was on. That's the only person I know on that show. And they decided to, not this week, but a month or so ago, they decided to raise funds for a kids' cancer charity, St. Jude's. And they raised almost $27,000 in a single stream. Guess what YouTube does? Guess what?
They found the
kept it-
cure for cancer instead and cut out the middleman.
Exactly, yeah. No, they confiscated all the donations. They decided,
Sweet.
no.
Did
What
they-
heroes.
Did they at least give YouTube bread to all those sick kids?
No, they didn't do anything. Actually, they literally refunded. So the whole story is that some cunt at the Wall Street Journal, because who else, decided, you know what, last time we fucked with PewDiePie, we need a new target. How about this Ethan Ralph fella who seems to be on the up and coming? So I forget her name, it's like Yori Ko, or something like that. She gears up to write this hit piece about how YouTube is enabling hate speech in the super chats. YouTube, upon hearing this, before the article even comes out, cancels all donations and refunds the money back to these Nazis. Nazi again in quotes. So the cancer kids, the kids with cancer at St. Jude's, they don't get anything. They don't get a single penny. They get nothing. They get it all taken away just before Christmas time. You don't even know if half of them are going to make it till Christmas, but maybe they could have gotten some extra Legos or something. And no, it's Nazi money. You can't take that. So they cancel it, and I got upset at this because, I don't know, something just rubbed me wrong about money being given back to Nazis instead of children who have cancer. Doesn't seem right.
If okay. Let's take the stance where YouTube wanted to virtue signal, like, we're not going to let this money go through, so we're sending this back, and we're going to donate our clean, pristine money, the same amount. I would have respected that at least a little
They
bit.
didn't, yeah. I mean,
I
that's
know.
a fucked up part.
They can't
'cause,
afford
okay,
to.
If your logic, in your head, if you're going to call these people bad people and they're all Nazis, why are you giving them their money back? They tricked themselves. They fucked up. They decided to give kids money, their own money. Take it. Who cares? But they care because in their heads, I read a bunch of threads. So if you want to tap into the lifeline of what the progressive tech people are thinking in Silicon Valley. Just go into Reddit and go on like shit Reddit says in Circle Broke too, and you will immediately see what their reasoning is. And the reasoning is, if this charity took that blood money from those Nazis, it legitimizes their hate. Because apparently on the stream they debated whether or not the Holocaust happened. Apparently some guy went on. They also had on Richard Spencer, which is one of the more boring losers.
How does giving cancer kids money legitimize hate?
So because these are Nazis and they're debating whether or not the Holocaust happened, see? And they are donating to charity to make themselves look better. I saw somebody on Twitter use the phrase, they are laundering their hate by donating
That's
to kids
powerful.
who have bone cancer. And that's the problem.
Well, are those Twitter warriors donating money to cancer kids?
No.
Because at the moment the Nazis look better.
No, of course not. No. But point is, they'd rather have children just not get any extra help. All of the people, so many goddamn people replied to my tweet going, well, you know what? If I had the choice between dying and taking some Nazis' money, I'd rather die. Well, buddy, that's nice for you.
What a martyr.
What a great guy you are making that sacrifice instead of the children we're actually talking about here. How about we ask them? How about we ask little Billy?
Yeah. Why weren't they given the choice?
Yeah, I feel like if you actually asked one of the parents, that's another, the woof, the, what's that, the
Racism watchdog.
He
Yeah.
barked at me.
Oh
He
my
went,
God.
the racism dog owner quote retweeted me going, I said something like, imagine if the people in charge of treating your child who has cancer decided to refuse help. Imagine how you'd feel as a parent. And he gave me the, well, they're just laundering hate. The kids are better off dying, you know? Unbelievable. It made me so goddamn angry. And then it turns out that the woman who wrote this article on the Wall Street Journal, she did it because previously on that YouTube show, they talked about her parents who also fucked kids out of cancer money. So it was a personal vendetta that she had. It seems to run in the family to take cancer money from kids. But what really pissed me off was that St. Jude's, the charity itself, said, oh, we wouldn't have taken that money anyway. Really?
I saw that.
Really? You were in a position to turn down money? Are you nuts? What kind of a charity?
Unreal.
There are certain groups that I hate, as you might know. You know, animal
What?
abusers,
No.
pedophiles. If they were stupid enough to give me their money, I would still take it because I can still use it for something.
Mhm.
Right? This is ridiculous. You're telling...
Yeah, once they give you the money, it becomes your money.
It becomes your money. Okay.
Who fucking cares who it
Are
came
you going to
from?
It's blood money,
Yeah,
Jackson.
it's blood.
I don't care.
Somebody made a good point saying, hey, you know what? Why don't you burn all of your cash because you can't be sure who owned it last? Exactly. How do you know? How do you know that $2 donation you got the other day didn't come from a clan member? You can't.
Jesus.
What are you gonna do? Screen every donation for purity to make sure they aren't sinners?
I could understand if like the money was donated with the intention of turning the kids into Nazis, but I really don't think that was the case. Like they're being blackmailed into, if you survive this, it's because of us, and you need to become a Nazi for us after. That's not the case.
This is retardedly obviously assuming that they are Nazis, which even if they were, I assume they knew that some of the money would go towards Jewish children, right? I'm sure St. Jude's has some Jewish kids in their wards. What, was the money earmarked as like, don't give any to the Jews? No. Why don't you use it? Why don't you use it for good? Why don't you take Nazi money and make good on it? And then I asked this douchebag cunt, the racism dog fucker, I asked, okay, if you don't want to take money from bad people, where do you draw the line? If the cartel came to you and decided to donate $1 billion, would you take it? And he said, no, of course not. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I believe that, sure. You're not going to take
So
$1 billion, which could possibly go towards research and curing cancer. How noble of you.
So
Oh.
he's basically not the state of the nation of Mexico then.
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't have challenged him a bit more, personally. Like, if your dog was about to die, but they were going to fund the cure, the treatment, would you take it?
No, Charlie,
I feel
they're
like
going to
then he
say
would've-
no. It doesn't matter. first of all, none of these people have children. They don't know how it's like to even relate to a mindset of the
I
parents.
said dog.
So you can't ask anything like, well, what if something or someone you loved was about to die? They're always going to say no. I wouldn't take it, because the only thing they do care about is their own lives, which is not on the line, so they can bluff as much as they want. I can say the same thing. I would never take $1 trillion from somebody who once stole an ice cream. No. It's immoral. Yeah, I'd take it. Yeah, I'd give the person a blowjob if I had to. You kidding?
Do you ever think the parents, just like as their son is wasting away of cancer, just literally blood filling his lungs and he's in horrendous pain, they walk over to him and they shake his hand and they go, "Thank you for not taking that blood money."
Yeah.
As you can see, me and Timmy here, who, oh god, his skin's falling off again, but me and Timmy here, we are just so proud of you. Isn't that right, Timmy? Oh, he's trying to give a thumbs up, but he's too weak. But we really, really thank you for having this moral high ground.
He really wants to thank you, racism dog owners, or whatever they are.
Racism dog for saying you'd kill me rather than accept blood money. It's so nice of you. God, I would resurrect
honestly
myself
hope
from the dead and choke these people in a, like The Grudge, the horror movie. I would come back to haunt these assholes if they somehow got me killed because they didn't want to accept money from people they didn't like. Unreal.
You gotta give them an actual piece of like dread. I'm a big fan of pettiness and doing things out of spite. I sincerely hope that in the coming years, every single child that dies because they lost that money, their name, their info, how old they were when they died, how much pain they were in, is sent to the people who refused that money. It just shows up in a little letter on their doorstep as a reminder of, hey, this is your fault.
I truly believe that those kind of people that make those decisions, like these moral high ground people, have absolutely no possible compassion inside them at all, so I don't think they'd care.
None. They aren't able to. They never learned it. How would they? They aren't. These are the kind of people who think that babies are a sexual disease, and I better live until I'm 60 with 2 cats and wine, right? How the fuck would they... God, I'm getting upset again. One of the more retarded things was people going, well, why are you acting like $27,000 is a big deal? St. Jude's gets millions in donations. That's a drop in the bucket. It's worth it telling Nazis to fuck off.
What a great argument. Why are you
to the guy that made that one, can you check out our Patreon at any point?
Really?
No, the argument is, well, they make a lot of other money. None of the kids are going to suffer. Well, your point is that they shouldn't get all the help that they can because they already have enough help, according to you. Why? Every little bit helps, and all of that other money that you're talking about, all of the other millions that St. Jude makes from other people, do you think all of them are nice people? No, they're all flawed people. It comes in small donations that add up. It's like $5 here, $10 there. You think everybody who donates $5 has never done anything bad in their lives, but you're still taking their money.
They've never been on the Ralph Report. That means they're
never
pure
been
heart.
on the Ralph Report, yeah. So he's been kicked off of YouTube. He had every single channel of his deleted.
Oh God!
Because
Are you
of this.
serious? Jesus Christ!
They bleached him off the internet. They did the shit they do now. This exile where everybody drops you.
What was the issue? He
was
had Nazis
chatting.
on his platform.
He opened his mouth. He
Super
ran
chat.
a stream.
Wait.
I'm so fucking glad I don't stream on YouTube anymore.
People can just go on your stream and type racist stuff, and then you get banned.
Yes, it's
Yep.
the
All
internet.
over YouTube.
It's the internet. Somebody used a mean word about Jews on a super chat. Yeah. Have you seen the internet in the last 5? I hate this mentality where they're apparently trying to just abolish what the internet is, where people can do and say whatever the hell they want. Have you been on 4chan? This has been a thing since the internet started. People say mean shit.
But I don't understand why they're banning the channel owner when it's the super chat users that are the issue.
Well, because the channel owner is the one who had on, I don't know, some bedwetting Nazi in his mother's basement to talk about whether or not the Holocaust happened.
I will say I think that's pretty fucking dumb to have
He
that
makes
on,
money
especially
off
on
of it.
YouTube.
Who cares? It's a retard. It's no different than
I mean-
incels having a channel. I've had
That's
insults
a good
on Dr.
good
Love
counter-argument.
because it's funny. It's funny to humor
Jackson,
them.
erase that. Jackson, erase that. We can't be in their crosshairs.
Yeah,
We have never
change it.
conversed with an incel.
Dub over Kai's voice and make him say, "I've had progressives on my channel before.
I've only had my favorite St. Jude money deniers on our show.
I've only ever had people that are approved of under YouTube's politics." Because
Game developers.
you have to remember, YouTube has a politics policy. It's in the fine print of the user agreement when you sign up for an account, and it says you will only ever agree with our stances politically, and you will only ever talk about and do things that fall within our agenda. It's clear as day right there. You can't really blame them, you know?
It just, I mean,
Just
they
how they
do shit all
operate.
the time. It just rubbed me extra wrong this time because of the whole. You're gonna piss on people's donations. Come on. Really? This is how far you're willing to go? We've seen so much fucked up shit. I get it, but like denying, going like, nope, pulling the plug on this charitable donation. Really? That was just an extra level of wow.
I was going to say there's plenty of right-leaning, like political commentators on YouTube that don't get banned immediately or at all. Like there's
Don't name
there are a
drop.
lot of-
Don't name drop them.
I'm not name dropping anyone, but I'm just saying that YouTube as a platform still facilitates both ideologies. But so they're just banning hate speech. Is that what I'm?
They banned
that's what I'm
whoever they
getting,
can
anyway.
get, but this happened because the Wall Street Journal wrote a hit piece, or rather was gearing up to write a hit pice. So immediately,
Okay, I
this
forgot about that.
the single
part of
person
it.
whose name is apparently Yori Ko immediately. I mean, it's the PewDiePie shit, right? The Wall Street Journal, for some reason, has this reach where if they talk shit about a YouTuber, it hurts YouTube. And YouTube, I assume, learned their lesson. They did not want a second adpocalypse, like when it happened to PewDiePie, and everybody pulled out, and they had to fix that, taking several months. So I guess they just
Oh, they've done a great
preemptively
job there.
decided, okay, scorched earth, nuke everybody on YouTube who was even mentioned in this Wall Street Journal article, which is creepy.
Fuck YouTube. I hate them.
Yeah,
Thank you
fuck
for
YouTube.
listening to this podcast on YouTube.
Yeah,
But they're
go
just,
to an audio
God.
platform, be a patriot.
Oh, did I update you guys on my channel monetization issue?
Let me guess, it's been
is it-
fixed.
No, there's a small little update. He was like, "Hey man," so obviously, you know, I've been for months now. Every response I get is, "We don't have an update yet, but I'll let you know when it happens." I finally got a time frame, and he messaged me and he went, "Hey man, you know, I don't have any updates yet, and this and that, but it looks like by this point we'll be able to get this finished within the next few weeks." So, like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore
It's-
on any conceivable level. It seems like they have a fucking ship that is starting to sink, and it looks like all of them are completely fine with stepping off on a little island and watching it go down with everyone else aboard, and not even telling them that it's fucking going down.
Andrew's Hugby's channel is the only thing keeping YouTube together.
Don't you see?
In general.
You'll
I
ruin
mean, in
this
general,
day.
with everything, I still issue this challenge, and no one literally even comes close to answering it. What is a good thing YouTube has done in the last 3 years?
They I heard one time that they promoted a creator who was a sub 2 million channel on their
Ooh.
Twitter.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
They tweeted out a
dude.
video.
Sub 2 million, so like the lower end of an unknown channel?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, dude.
They
Holy
make some
shit.
pretty impressive decisions, if you ask me.
Yeah, this is the shout out part of the show where we shout out the shout outs from Patreon shout outs. So this one comes from Roger, who says, "Hey guys, been listening to your voices since day one, supporting since I downloaded Patreon a week later. I love this podcast and wish you nothing but success. Also, Space Jesus is real." Thanks, Roger. That's super sweet. And agreed, Space Jesus is real.
Okay. This comes from Luther Christian Apont. I can't
Aponte?
believe in all. I guess I'm still not sure. I think it's Apont. Can't believe in all my shoutouts. I've forgotten to thank you for making videos on the keto diet, which is how I first learned about it. It almost sounded too good to be true, but through it, I've gone from my heaviest of 370 to finally under 300 in 7 months. Jesus.
That's impressive.
And it has also significantly helped my depression. Hopefully on my
Nice.
way to losing even more. Thank you for potentially saving my life.
Keep
Wow, man.
fucking going, Luther.
Congrats,
good
You're
shit
doing
there.
well. Keep it up.
Fuck yeah.
Charlie, you also
This
have,
one's this one is from Vito Chaw's tutor of Peef Spogdar. We interrupt your regularly scheduled nonsense for this message. Congrats on 100 episodes, boys. I'm happy I was able to make it out to see you guys live, and hopefully you'll do it again. It's been a blast listening to you boys, and I look forward to the next 100 episodes. Thank you, Peef.
Thanks, Peef.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Who wants this one?
Andrew.
Okay. This is from James Herrera. It's been a while since I've sent in a shout out, so I would like to take this opportunity to hit you guys and everyone listening with "The Floor is Lava." It can be read by anyone. So I did it. So the floor is lava.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, James, for making it harder for me to go to the bathroom. This is by Shaka Lance. Hello, Homo sapiens. Today, I thought I would share a quick masturbation story of my own. When I was in my hormonal years, around 14 to 16, I had a phase where I would masturbate anywhere I could as a challenge. First, it started with all the rooms in the house. Then it moved to every bathroom in any restaurant or friend's house I would visit. I even started doing it in the stall at the school bathroom. Fortunately, I moved on from that phase before anything bad happened. Anyway, thanks for the great content. Congrats on 100 and cheers.
That's
Thanks,
a pretty cool
Lance.
way to spend your time, I guess.
Yeah, it's you
Challenge, I
know,
like it.
if you have some downtime, just get it out. Yeah. Kaya.
Oh, sorry. He says, "Hi boys, it's me again." And he wants me to read this. Ever since that first misplaced pubes sprouted from my face, this is, as he wrote it, I've shaved the manly way that my father showed me and his father showed him. Going out in a stormy nights with nothing but my hatchet dulled from cutting firewood, I chop away at my coarse beard like a true man. It's always been like that until one day I heard the boys running an ad for Dollar Shave Club. As a man, I felt it was my duty to show my support, so I broke manly tradition and got the starter kit for only $5. Once it arrived, I, for the first time, experienced the weighty executive razor in my hand and the smooth Dr. Carver's shaving butter on my face. It was so easy. The razor danced across my face and turned me from the rough, grisly man I had become to a smooth-faced baby like I had once been long ago. My manly father has rejected my new smooth-faced ways, but he'll come around. I've never felt so young, like a new man. DollarShaveClub.com/official. Reclaim your youth.
That was beautiful. Poetic.
Elaborate.
This one comes from Deviant Predator. Oh, hey, official butts. I'm actually going to shout out my friend for a change. We're making some DJ music. Don't know if I'm allowed to post links, but here it is.
Read it.
All right, now read the link.
Yeah, read it.
It is YouTube/C capital I V lowercase I capital T lowercase N capital U O Y R
It
U.
might be an L.
We also make metal music.
The first
All of the
I.
ones at the end are capital. Yeah.
You know, if you're trying to follow along with what I'm saying, I think you're probably doing links wrong. So it's either an I or an L. We also make metal music, and Charlie and Kai, I will donate my time to do music for Hard Turbo. Oh. Wouldn't mind making an OP metal song. As always, much love, guys. Thanks, Deviant.
Thank you.
I'll read the next one. This one is from Timothy DeBone. Just wanted to say that my longtime girlfriend and best friend broke up with me in the beginning of September, and you guys have helped me so much with the hurt. I get in my own head and was just having something. Jesus. And just having something to put on and listen to was exactly what I needed. You guys made me laugh and smile when I wouldn't otherwise. Love you guys and keep up the good shit. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
You'll get over it.
You'll find someone much better.
Yeah,
much better.
Wait 2 weeks, you'll be fine.
You can do it.
You'll find a woman who appreciates the official podcast.
This is also for you,
That's the
Jackson.
requirement.
Yeah, this one comes from Phantom in Time. Hey boys, I haven't done one of these in ages. The last time I did, I shouted out a couple of friends. This time, I'd like to shout out my mum.
Aww.
This time, I'd like to shout out my mum for being my constant best friend over one of the toughest patches in my life. Unicorns and hugs, your son. That's so
Aw,
sweet.
that's so adorable.
That was very wholesome.
Shout out to your mum, Phantom.
Does she have a
What
phone?
a sweetie. Huh?
I asked if she had a phone, because then they could keep in touch. And also play, I don't know, Diablo games. I thought I could go somewhere with that, and then I fucked it up. This one's from Peter Josephs.
It's a shame we can't edit that out since it's live in front of the Discord
now
now.
everyone gets pure raw material on me.
What was that?
I don't know. I
How
can't tell you.
did Diablo even fit into that?
Sometimes I just talk and then my mind catches up. This one's from Peter Josephs. Hey boys, hope the month has treated you well, and Andrew, I hope you had fun at YumaCon. I did. Here's something for you. You guys have talked a lot about the whole don't meet your heroes ideology, and I'm curious where you currently stand on it. I've had the good fortune of being able to meet a good portion of my musical heroes in a small setting, so I can interact with them and pick their brain. It has unanimously yielded humbling, inspiring, and extremely positive experiences, and it's had huge impacts on my music. Because of this, I always tell people to go for it when they have the opportunity to meet someone who inspired them greatly or had a huge impact on their life. What do you think about this? Jack Order, go.
It's a 50-50. Depends on the person that you're meeting, and if you're coming at it from like a perspective of you share the same talents and passions, then I think, like you said, it could be a rewarding experience. But if you're coming at it from a perspective of I'm just a fan, I'm going to fanboy or fangirl over the person, then I think it's uncomfortable and awkward a lot of the time, and it will lead to them being very anti-conversationalist with you. That's my perspective.
I'll quickly preface this because you brought up YumaCon. I wanted to give my own personal shout out to the few people who I ran into at YumaCon and said hello. They were fans of the podcast and very nice people. So if you're listening, thanks for saying hi. But anyway, my perspective on that is it completely depends on the setting. So, Mr. Peter, you mentioned that you met them in a small local setting. That has a lot to do with how you'll interact with them. Because you got to remember, if you're like just passing by them on the street, or you see them at a show and they have like a few minutes, or they're walking by, or any of this and that, you personally don't matter to them. I mean, you're their fan, and they
Jesus.
love your support and like you, but personally, as an individual, you do not matter. So if you can talk to them on a small individual setting and have them get to know you and this and that, then it's great. But, you know, if you're just trying to get something out of passing them by on the street or catching them at the airport or whatever the fuck, then you're going about it the wrong way. And that's when I say don't meet your heroes in that context. Charlie.
Fuck celebrities, man.
Good enough.
I just don't think it's never really worth going out of your way to meet a celebrity.
Yeah.
Good output.
Kaya.
Yeah, fuck them hard.
Okay.
Don't meet your heroes.
I've had nothing but overwhelmingly underwhelming experiences meeting anyone that I ever
Who
looked
have
up
you met?
to.
Who have you met that you've looked
when
up
I was
to?
When I was a kid, I met my favorite football player,
You were a
Okay.
kid.
and
Did he touch you?
What's
Yeah.
he going to
and
talk
he-
to you about?
no, I was just like, I'm a huge fan. He's like, I bet you are, and I was like, well,
Well, that's
alright.
weird.
But what if he was having fun? What if he was like, I bet you are?
What do you mean? What if he's having fun? What does that mean? Of course he wasn't. He's just like, yeah, I bet you are.
Oh.
Douchey.
I'm not.
Fucking douchey.
Is that the only famous person you've
by
ever
far
met?
the worst one.
Who
Huh?
else have you met?
Another sports player.
Well, maybe don't
Back-
meet sports players.
Yeah, maybe it's fuck football players, I guess.
What's the
Let's take
next
this
one?
one.
I'll take this one. Shout out to my squad. This is from Daniel Halfstone. Shout out to my squad, the all-time shit league. We'd all love your podcast and hope to eventually see episode 200. P.S. Jackson, you were right. Jurassic World 2 wasn't really any good.
Didn't
Yeah.
both of you say it wasn't good?
What a prediction.
Yeah, everyone said it.
Average.
Okay, this is from Brad Alfala. Before I begin, I'd like to say that I, Kaya, Howard, or San hereby declare WordPress to be the most superior content management system available. He's saying this because I talked shit about WordPress once. It's a turd. Unless you like websites that take 10 seconds to load. Brad continues saying, now here's Brad's message. We're 99% done with my girl's website for now. Check her out at atols.deviantart.com. That's ATOLLZ. I don't think you made
Now,
DeviantArt.
DeviantArt.
Kaya, your middle name is not Howard, right?
Oh, I never told you guys.
No.
No, yeah, my dad's a Jew.
Oh, because I found it interesting that you have a Turkish name and then all of a sudden there's Howard in there.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Is
Jesus,
your middle name
Andrew.
actually Howard, or is this a gag?
you
I
retarded?
can't even
Really
tell
want the-
anymore.
Yeah, Jesus. You too? Fuck.
Wow.
So your middle name's not
No,
Howard.
Chris-
His
Christopher.
middle name is George.
Okay.
All right.
His middle name is Notch.
Yes.
Yeah, Notch. George, Notch,
Yeah.
anything, whatever.
Minecraft
Fuck
was
it.
huge when he was born.
I'll read this last one. This one's from Adam.
Last
who
one, we have
says-
like 3 more.
Yeah, scroll down,
Wait,
dummy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll read this third last one. This one's from Adam. In keeping with my promise from last month, I shall continue to educate the listeners of this podcast by sharing the next 3 lines from my uni thesis, Scurvy in His Majesty's Navy. Anson's success earned him a personal invitation to meet with King George II himself. Anson's promotion to the esteemed position of Lord Commissioner of the Admiralty later that year further helped legitimize his voyage as a success. However, there was another facet of Anson's voyage that the public largely ignored, the death toll. Keep it up, boys. Only 29.5 pages left to go. Good
Thanks,
luck with that,
Adam.
Anto.
Okay.
Thanks, Adam. Good
Yeah,
luck.
I mean-
Use some
I mean-
pronouns, though, because your sentence is kind of a mess.
All right.
I'm critiquing.
You're
He shared it.
critiquing.
Yeah, I'm critiquing his fucking thesis.
All right, this is from Lemurian Wolf. He says, "Hey boys, I'm deciding to actually shout something out today. I'd like to shout out my amazing girlfriend and true friend, Angelia. She's been my best friend for years and is truly the best. But since she saw how good looking you boys are, stay away from her. Sorry for the mushfest. Getquip.com/official.
Oh, thank you,
Shout
Wolf,
out to your
for working it in
girlfriend.
at the end.
Yeah. Shout out to both of you.
Yeah, I'll take
Mhm.
this last one as is tradition. This is from Hublis. Don't be stupid, be a smarty. Come and join the Nazi party. Stand up and be counted. Show the world you're a man. Stand up and be counted. Go with the Ku Klux Klan. And he has a little note here that says, I, Hublis, personally believe all of these things.
There goes our
That's
super
from-
chats.
Well, that's
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
from the
there goes our
producers,
YouTube
right?
uploads. Thanks a lot.
That's from
Wall
the
Street
producers.
Journal's gonna come
You
for
said?
us.
The first one is a line from the producers said by Mel Brooks, the guy who actually wrote it. The second one, I don't know.
Are you sure this
That
isn't just
sounds-
a Moon Man song?
I don't know the second one, but I do know the first one's from the producers.
Mm.
Alrighty, we can wrap up there. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this week's episode of the official podcast. Appreciate everyone for coming around and listening, and thank you to everyone who supports us on patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. We recorded this episode live in front of a live audience. That's why sometimes you could hear clapping in the background. That's over at patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. Andrew, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, we'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye,
everyone.
Good night.
We talk about a lot of things on this podcast, but there's something that I need to make sure that we all talk about right now. Because if you haven't heard about Anchor, then you need to know about the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. Beyond that, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many other platforms. You can make money for your podcast with no minimum listenership, and it's got everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. If you have something super special to talk about and you want people to hear it so they know it's super special, you're going to want to use Anchor. It's the best way to do it.
Hello and welcome to the 100th episode of the official podcast. I am, of course, your host, Alex from I Hear Everything. Been here for every single episode. I know some of you have had issues hearing my mic and all that, but that's completely fixed now. It's all back to normal. And can you believe it? We've been here for 100 episodes. All 5 of us from the very start. It's making me a bit emotional, actually. Now, before we get into it, I do kind of have a big announcement. So, unfortunately, this podcast, being weekly, is kind of a big commitment for me. And it's with a heavy heart that I say that I'm leaving the official podcast. Honestly, 100 episodes, I mean, where can this go from here? I got bigger fish to fry, quite frankly. I'm sorry, fellas, but I'm out of here. You'll probably never hear from me again. Toodaloo.
All right.
Why don't, for episode 100, we all share a part of the intro in Jack order?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's 100th episode of the official podcast, a milestone that we all care about deeply. Andrew?
It's been over 100 times, including bonus episodes and all sorts of fagangles, that we have gotten together as four standing tall, proud, large, muscular men to talk about the issues of today, the people on the internet we enjoy talking to, and a lot of dick jokes. Charlie?
We've brought together the world's most beloved and influencers on the online spectrum to socially influence and discuss social influencing with all of us on the podcast. Over the course of this 2-year-long journey, I don't think anyone expected it to go this long, and I can't wait to see how much longer it goes before we're out of social influencers. Take it away, Kaya.
Well, I think it's gonna go on for quite a while. We're just getting started. Many have come, many have gone. I mean, we've sunk like, what, 2 podcasts at this point? Fuck you guys. Fuck everybody who tried to be like us. And fuck you, Ariana Grande, who switched like 5 boyfriends in the time of this podcast's lifetime, but it's never been me. You stupid bitch. You see where this is taking you, Ariana? Just to hijack the intro here, since I have like 20 of them to catch up on anyway. The people you promised to protect and the law you swore to uphold are all cursed. Okay, how many more times do you have to lose a boyfriend before you realize you are destined for my arms? Come here.
That was beautiful.
That is my 100 episode shout out to Ariana.
You stuttered at the end like a nerd trying to convince a girl to go to prom. In my arms, you belong with me.
I have RuneScape Gold.
I am a highly respected member of the social influencer podcasting club. I'll treat you better than butthole eyes.
I don't think I'd want to date her anymore. She sounds like bad luck, if anything.
Yeah, really. They just die
she
or
give a
get called ass eyes.
Did she have a reason for breaking up with Pete? I haven't
butthole
paid
eyes.
attention.
I don't know.
Probably how the old boyfriend passed away, rest in peace. That
Yeah,
probably
she was-
led to a strain on the relationship or something.
Honestly, if I was in Barstool Sports position right now, I'd take full credit. Like, I made a joke so powerful it destroyed a relationship. I'd capitalize on that like a motherfucker.
Maybe she was just moping around too much about the other guy, but who knows?
No, she broke up with him.
Yeah, no, I know, but he died.
So,
So maybe she was
Yeah,
like,
it's not-
oh, what was his name? Mackey?
Mac Miller.
Whatever.
Maximilian.
Yeah.
Well, what if him taking his own or what if him dying was his way of breaking up with her? He's
They
just so
already had.
sick of that relationship.
They were
You
broken
don't know.
up.
Oh, they were already broken up by then?
Yeah.
She didn't have 2 boyfriends. What do you...
Oh, fuck. Okay, I thought that happened later. Never
Alright.
mind. Okay.
What do you mean?
Or earlier. I am not following
She always broke up with him. So you're saying that she broke up with him after he killed himself? Like she was at the funeral and she walks up to the casket.
Oh boy.
I thought they were together when he died.
No.
Okay.
She
Alright,
was
that clears things
engaged
up.
to Butthole Eyes when it happened.
Right. Okay, that clears things up. I'm sorry, I'm not up to date on the Ariana Grande lore.
No, you are.
Yeah, thank God.
Speaking of lore, how are we going to do this, boys? The 100th episodes carried a big promise for the better part of a year now, where Kai and I would finally pull back the curtain, unveil ourselves, and tell the story of how we met. How are we doing this?
I don't want you guys to just blow your load immediately. I want to drag this out for the full hour. Give like little nuggets of the story here and there. Okay.
And you'll find out on the bonus episode on Patreon that we're putting out. That's right, this was all a trick. You have to pay to listen to it. You're going to tell it on this episode. That would be mean.
Yes.
Or do
Why don't
we?
you tell it like an epic yarn. Start with like once upon a time and like introduce us to the characters, the setting, put us in the mood, give us a story.
Where do the
I can
fans
give you-
come in, though?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be where we'd start and then the fans would have their own telling of the story, how they think we met, like a big fucking folk tale. Like, you know how Odysseus was credited with like fucking 500
Yeah.
goddesses? It'd be that, but with Kai and I. And
don't.
less
But at the end,
goddesses.
you'd tell the real story at the end, though, right?
Yeah, no, we'd have the real
Okay,
story
yeah.
at the end, the truth. But
canon.
then, but then
Right,
you have
the
like
canon.
the truth within the truth. Maybe Kai and I really did meet in like a fucking shark infested waters, saving 10 women. Like it'd be up to the fans to decide what's real.
All right, so this is basically going to be a competition of who makes up the greatest bullshit story.
Yeah, I'll give you. We'll go ahead and start with the time period though. It was 2012.
Jesus. How do you know?
Because I had just started college and I was a turbo virgin at the time.
What we all.
Yeah, weren't we? all?
Wait. You had just started college?
Yeah, 2012. I was going into my freshman year.
So I knew you before you knew Kaya then.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had known Kaya for longer than me. Okay, shit.
No, look. Oh,
Huh. Oh, I got in on this first, bitch.
the jealous
It's
wife.
I'm his Mac Miller. You're his butthole eyes.
Yeah, but no one cares about how you met.
We've already discussed how Andrew and I met. Kai and I just
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
fucking cool and mysterious.
This better live up to the hype.
Yeah, really. I have a feeling it's gonna be the worst story, and that's why you keep skirting around it.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see for the big reveal. Little fun fact, not even Jackson or Andrew know how Kai and I met.
That's completely true.
It's a pretty big
Why tell
surprise
us?
considering what a gabby bitch you are.
Well, I mean, our story has never been one that I thought deserved to be told to mortal ears, you know what I mean? It'd be something that needed to be, like, etched into papyrus back in Egyptian times.
With that, you've just confirmed it's boring, and you're trying to fluff it up.
Yeah,
I guess
I
we'll
mean,
have to wait and see.
what did you expect exactly?
Yeah,
I thought you were going to be like a Turkish special forces operant, and you like rappelled into his house and saved him from invaders or something
maybe.
crazy. But now I'm starting to think it's not.
Yeah, I thought maybe, like, your family was under siege, so Charlie's family took yours in, and there were cultural barriers, and you didn't speak the same language, but you two bonded down by the creek when you discovered that you both had like a insect collection or something,
But
something
through the
wholesome.
Buddy cop drama.
Yeah, exactly. Where like one day you're like crying over a bridge where you finally learned to speak English, and he's like, "What are you doing here, Kaya?" And you're like, "I keep thinking about her, Riggs. I can't get her out of my mind." And
We were
that's,
in a
that's where you
car.
two realize.
I put on Turkish rap. He's like, "What the fuck is that shit? You sad Negro. I don't like this at all." And then we realize our differences are really small.
What era is this buddy cop movie that the lead actor says "you sad Negro" and gets away with it?
Weren't like 90% of buddy cop dramas a black guy and a white guy, and how they just can't get over the fact that the white guy doesn't like rap?
No, the only movie I can think
no.
of that kind of follows that formula was Rush Hour in the first one, but Rush Hour is a fucking amazing
Die Hard.
franchise.
Wasn't
And Jackie
Die Hard
Chan
that too?
is Jackie
Oh,
Chan's
Die
not
Hard
white;
3.
he's Asian.
Yeah, Die Hard 3, I guess.
Only slightly.
No, Die Hard.
Like,
Well,
not
Die
even-
Hard 3 had a whole message of racism. It wasn't just "I can't believe you don't like rap." It was
Yeah.
like I mean, Sam Jackson's character literally was a racist against white people. That was his whole character arc. Yeah.
Yeah, so Charlie was racist against Turkish people. And then he realized, wait, they don't all bomb random journalists and hack them up in consulates. Actually, I'm sorry, I meant Christmas Island. We gotta tone down the criticism a little bit. I've been getting increased correspondence from Christmas Island inhabitants. Very upset with me that I've been criticizing the dear leader. So now I'm getting kind of cold feet here. So it's
They probably sent the messages like 2 years ago though, so I think
no.
you're fine.
No, they're recent. I usually get a message from a Christmas Islander like once a month, but in the past couple of weeks, it's been 4 or 5 people messaging me or leaving comments on our YouTube videos, which, like, you guys don't. You don't know Turkish, so you can't read them, but it's always something along the lines of, "Fuck you, why are you talking shit about Christmas Island? You're not even there, I bet you weren't even living here. You don't know how, it's better than you make it out to be." I just, okay, yeah, sure.
Do the messages include like black and white photographs of you sitting in coffee shops taken from a distance? Just like real threatening stuff.
Blurry photos of you crossing the street nonchalantly.
I know where you live. It's just photos of me sleeping taken from inside the house. I get fake bombs sent to me.
Just to let you know that they can take you out anytime they want.
They're biding their time.
I really like the idea of there being threatening comments left on podcast episodes, but the three of us just can't read it. And Kaya's the only one that notices.
That's laser targeted hatred.
Yeah, it's some advanced tactics right there.
It's not threats yet. It's just very, fervent discontentment.
Inviting offers to go to consulates and stuff like that.
Yeah. I heard you're getting married soon. Why don't you stop by Istanbul? Christmas Island, Istanbul. It's a city that
Jesus.
coincidentally happens to have the same name. It's Istanbul.
Alright, I guess we should cut back on all mention of it then.
That place.
A little bit, yes.
That magical place.
Christmas Islands, where nobody lives and UPS doesn't even deliver. Fuck that place. So, Charlie, once upon a time you were saying, go on.
I was just giving the setting, and then I thought we'd start pulling people in. It was 2012. I had just finished high school, and I was an Omega Virgin going into college and looking for action. And this is when Kaya came. That's the time period Kaya came into my life.
Don't make it sound like I'm a creep grooming you.
I'm just painting the scenario. They can fill in the NPCs however they want.
All right.
This sounds like Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah. Do you?
Kaya's gonna be the nice professor, man.
Oh, that was a good movie.
It is a great movie. Before we dive into the hard-hitting swapping of fans, do you want to just get the first ad out of the way so we have a decent chunk of time before we have to interrupt it?
Okay.
So, I know, because we have to. Unfortunately, we have to make a living, which means that we have to sell ads. But one that we want to sell, because it's a high-quality product, is Quip electric toothbrushes. Quip is a better electric toothbrush created by dentists and designers, respectfully. It was designed to make brushing your teeth simple, affordable, and even enjoyable. Why? There are sensitive sonic vibrations which are gentle enough on your sensitive gums, because most people statistically brush too hard, especially with other electric toothbrushes that kind of rattle your teeth and mess up all the stuff you got going in there. Too abrasive, not good for you. So with Quip, you can get the sensitivity, and you can also get a built-in 2-minute timer in the pulses themselves to remind you to clean different areas of your mouth. There's a multi-use cover that can mount to your mirror, and brush heads for the Quip toothbrush, because, we live in an era of convenience and the internet providing everything you could ever need. The brush heads are delivered automatically every 3 months for just $5 to you. I love Quip because I've been using electric toothbrushes for a long time, and I mean, this is a really good one. What else do I have to say? It's a good electric toothbrush you can get online. I don't even have to leave my apartment.
No, what you have to say is the URL, Andrew. Hit me.
Well, Kaya, you can get the Quip toothbrush starting at just $25 if you go to getquip.com/official right now, and you will also get your first refill pack absolutely free. That's getquip.com/official to get the Quip for $25 with a free refill pack. Charlie, the mandatory call to action says to say why I love Quip. Can you just say that you love Quip?
I do love Quip, Andrew.
There you go. We got someone who loves Quip. Great
awesome.
Toothbrush. Okay, now we have a pretty good leisurely stroll through the first tale of the epic Charlie Kaya saga.
Okay, well,
the first book.
At me, whoever wants to be unmuted and call in and tell us how Quip helped me and Charlie meet. All right, Jesus.
That's the premise.
Oh my god!
Like
I should have said that. You guys need to hit me with a picture or something. Okay, this one sounds good. I work at a dental office. All right. Mariah, you are now calling in. Tell me about Quip.
Hey guys,
you are a certified.
Oh.
You are
Mariah,
a professional.
shut up. We're talking.
Yeah.
She came in fully loaded there.
Yeah, really.
Can I talk? Okay, well, I work at a dental office, and I gotta tell you guys, the periodontal disease is very common. So it's a good idea to invest in Quip. you should get it, and it'll help you not get periodontal disease. And dentistry is expensive. You're welcome.
Okay,
Wait, what else?
all
was I
right, you
supposed
sound
to do?
professional.
You're not supposed to do anything. You can ask us whatever you
Kaya
want.
pay you? Did Kaya pay you? What's going on here?
Yeah, really. You don't have to rep our shit. Please ask us or say. Well, actually, wait. You're supposed to be contributing to the story. Now that I think about it.
She was. She just didn't
How
get
did
to
they
finish.
meet?
Yeah. How did Kaya and Charlie meet?
Tell
Oh.
us.
Continue the story.
Well, I think that they met on the internet. They probably were on some chat room for, chat room. I don't know I'm not good at making up stories, but let's just say a chat room, okay? Someone else can continue. What kind of chat room? I don't know, but that's it.
Alright, they
think-
were in a chat room.
Yeah.
Well,
I think what she was
well-
trying to get to before you interrupted her was that Kaya had such shitty teeth that I stepped in to offer quip to him. Maybe that was her theory.
Well, but do we want? Well, is everyone going to be forced to contribute to the story? Because there might be people who
Yes.
have. Okay, all right, fair.
Wait, oh, you mean like it's a game where it continues on from what Mariah?
No,
was
no,
saying?
no. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be like the drama club in 4th grade where you continue the same story. Everyone should have their own theory, like an
Yeah.
actual, either a badass tale of how we met or
Yeah.
like an actual guess.
Okay, I like
Oh,
that.
and then we can put it all together. We can like clue it all together and figure out which elements
Exactly.
of the story were correct. So
What the
with
fuck
that
do you
being
mean
said-
clue it
with
together?
that being
No,
said-
no one knows the story.
That being said, Charlie, we can figure out now, was there a chat room involved at all?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No.
Oh, okay, so we can give
Oh,
like yes
okay.
and no
All
answers.
right.
Yeah.
So
okay, I
here's
like
what we'll
that.
do. Here's what we'll do. They'll come in, they'll add their contribution, and then when it's done, Jackson and I, the moderators, will take the key information from it and we'll ask it to you guys in a yes or no question.
That's a good idea.
All right.
All right, so we have confirmed it was not through a chat room.
No chat room and no board games either.
Well, in 2012, what chat rooms would have even been there? Was it
Messenger was still around, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Was it?
Yeah, I thought so.
some were still around.
I don't think so. Not in 2012, was it?
I swear MSN was still around, but
Yeah.
you're probably right.
I don't know.
MSN was still out even in 2012. That shit's been dead for like 10 years now.
Godspeed, MSN. Used it
All
all.
right.
People are saying it died in 2013.
I picked, so let's go in Jack order, starting with K. Jackson. You pick the next person.
I'm gonna go with Dan. All right, here you go, Dan.
Hello?
Hello, Dan. You're now on the show. Oh, hi.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Hello,
Jeez.
Dan.
Jesus Christ, I never thought I would actually be picked.
Well, you were.
Oh, my heart is racing.
Aw.
Oh,
Dan,
God.
are you
See, that's why I choose randomly.
Dan, are you a girl or a 12-year-old boy? I can't quite tell from the voice.
Girl.
So what's your contribution there, Dan?
I don't
what's
know.
the
My
what's
heart
the
is palpitating. I don't. Sorry.
Well, we can take something from that. Kaya, were you and Charlie in love?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of that. They were like full touching hands, like had a little moment at a dentist. I don't know.
Ooh, at the
Yeah, I
dentist.
was going with that
It was
flow.
Sure.
Yeah.
So-
Is there any more you'd like to spitball onto the cork board here?
Sorry, I'm palpitating really bad.
We're gonna send her to cardiac arrest.
I'm crossing the road at the moment.
Oh, mobile.
Oh.
I like it.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
an upstanding citizen. So sorry I couldn't
Dedication.
contribute much to the law.
Jaywalking.
It's okay. Is there anything else you want to throw at us before we move on?
Good job, guys. You guys really made my few years with podcast. It was really great. So keep it up.
Oh, thank you, Dan.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh,
It's
so
very
nice.
sweet.
No worries.
Yeah.
I hope you safely cross that road.
Yeah, good luck out there.
Alrighty, bye.
Yeah, don't
Good
get
luck.
hit by a car. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So
All
is
right.
the key element there like an element of love or romance?
Yeah, love, connections, romance, deep bonding. When this happened, did you
I
guys?
was going to ask when you first
Deep romance.
when you first sent the message to each other or whatever, like when you first got into contact with each other, was it high stakes? Was your adrenaline on?
I can't say it was.
I don't think so.
So it was
So you
It
guys
was a
didn't have
low-key
that.
moment.
You guys didn't have that love at first sight for like bromance. Like, whoa, this guy's so cool. I want to hang out with him.
Oh, well,
None of that.
I mean,
I already
define
answered the
high
last one, so Kai, if you'd like to take it.
define high stakes. Charlie did not save me from a ticking bomb by interrogating some Middle Eastern guy, Jack Bauer style. If that's what you mean.
Okay. I guess it's my turn to pick, and Blake Deluxe. I like that name. It's a better version of Blake. Blake, you're on the air.
Are you serious?
Yeah, what's up? I told you.
I'm sorry, dude. Oh my god, dude.
Are you
I'm freaking
fucking serious,
unbelievable.
You come at me. You come at me with a better version of Blake, and you can't even
Okay,
own up to
okay.
it. What the fuck,
Wait,
man?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, shit, oh, my bad, guys. No, what's up? Oh man, so
Hey.
we were talking about what were we talking about? You guys first time meeting? Yeah. Sorry, dude. I'm caught off guard. I like heard you saying it, but like, why are they saying my name?
He doesn't even know
You
why
asked
he's
to be
here.
picked.
What's this Discord
Oh,
server?
Yeah, what is this? I don't know.
Where am
I
I?
was too busy shit posting curse images in the comments.
Worthwhile
yeah,
time.
no, it's time well spent for sure. Oh man, all right.
Okay, Blake, hit us with what you think happened when Kaya and Charlie met, or how it
Well,
happened.
everybody's been
also.
really cutesy lately about what they think has really happened. Some people saying this, some people saying that. I actually think that it's more darker than that. I think Kaya was working in a one of those what would you call them? Like product custom assistants, and he was answering the phone and
Tech
Charlie,
support?
Yeah, he was working like tech support over in Turkey. And
He's not Indian, though.
no, it's different. It's Turkish tech support.
So
world
nothing has
renowned
been
Turkish.
fixed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Turks have a well-known, illustrious catalog of top-tier industrial-sized
man.
software
For
that needs
sure.
support.
For sure. Yeah, no, I think he was calling in. Charlie wanted to make a complaint about a recent purchase for a couple of fleshlights. and to keep it in, Kai decided, yeah, you be my friend and we'll just call it even. I won't release this to the public.
So it was
Okay.
blackmail.
Yeah.
I was leaning more towards it was a Kaya being desperate for friends is
Yeah,
the key element
yeah.
I was picking out of that one.
Yeah, more or
Mhm.
less.
Okay. Well, anything you want else to contribute before we
Shit,
ship
I
you out
don't
of here,
know,
Blake?
Honestly, Andrew, Kaya, I give you guys lots of props for actually having open direct messages and like responding to it when I just asked you guys how you were doing, and I was surprised I got a message back saying, "Yeah, man, I'm good." So you
Oh.
guys are awesome.
Well,
You guys really like pump up my
thank
day.
you. Thank you for messaging, Blake.
Nervous
Really
you guys are.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I love you, Charlie, Jackson. You guys are the best.
Aw.
Thank you for making my work days go by really smooth listening to you.
No
Yeah, it was
problem,
really
mate.
nice.
All
Thanks
right, love
for
you guys.
listening.
Thank you.
See ya.
Love you too, man. See ya.
As Jackson and I can pull out of there, and as Charlie, you already kind of led into it, Kaya was desperate for friends. Is that a key element here?
That's a key. That's a key story of my life.
It is a key
Wow,
element.
we got a hit. We got a fucking battleship sunk. Let's get in
But
there.
he was a bit off when he said it was darker because Kaya, when we first met, he had like a mask on, like he was hiding his true face from me.
Wait,
and,
what?
Like
Yeah,
an actual
mask.
terrorist.
No. Like an expression, Kaya. I remember there was a pivotal moment in our relationship
Wait,
where we
it's
were
making
like,
me sound
you-
like
you go too far.
some sort of a Slipknot fan homo with like a makeshift. I'm one of the Slipknotters.
no. Gee, well, it's,
I thought
it's,
you went on webcam with him and he was just wearing a fucking Halloween mask.
Oh
Like,
my
I don't
God,
want you
that
to
is
know who
not
I
true.
am.
I'm speaking emotionally. Kaya didn't let me know the real Kaya until we were like deep into our bonding. We had a pivotal moment
fuck does that
where he's
mean?
like, Charlie, he was like, Charlie, I've got to tell you, I get pretty dark. I like dark things.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. You're going
I
too
have
far.
a dark sense of humor.
When was that? Was
That
that?
was in probably late 2012. Like we used to play Realm of the Mad God.
Oh
and
god
just
damn it!
have,
Don't
like-
get away yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ah fuck. No,
Yeah.
I was thinking like, was it the initial text, the texting
No,
back
no,
and
no, no,
forth,
no.
or afterwards?
No, it was way after that. Like after we had already established communication. Like we'd already put each other's flags down on each other, and then like you were like, Charlie, I've got to be honest with you. I get pretty dark. I get edgy.
Pretty edgy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we also have a clue in Realm of the Mad God there.
Yeah, that'll be a
gonna-
crucial clue.
That'll be a big one.
Okay, that makes sense. Realm of the Mad Gods. Well, Kaya did it in the kitchen with the butcher's knife on Thursday.
What?
This doesn't add up.
Yeah, little do you know, that's what Kaya's proposition for friendship was. Do you want to enter the realm of the Mad God? And yet you found the game and was like, oh, fuck, I guess we have to play it.
Whose turn is it to pick from the chat?
Yours.
It is yours.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick the first one I saw, and by that I mean it's Edgar. Please, Edgar, give us your theory.
Oh, well, I actually know this because we were both all three of us were in 8th grade. I remember this very clearly. Right? And, I was 12, Kaya was 14, you were 14, right? And,
Yeah.
Sounds about right, yeah.
like, the bus was late, and